Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome to the video, Tower Fantasy. My name is Ventus SG, and what's good with you? Alright, guys, in this video, just really quickly, I'm going to break down a couple of things about Domain 9 that you should know, stuff that I would have liked to have known before I jumped into Domain 9 that would have made my adventure a lot easier, because I hopped in Domain 9 and I didn't know what was going on. If I wasn't streaming at the time and chat wasn't telling me stuff, I would have been completely lost. So probably people like you don't have the luxury of chat, so here I am. Okay, so before I get into this though, do me a favor, sub to the channel, turn notifications on, and after this video is over, if you haven't already, check out my playlist for Tower Fantasy, because I have a crap ton of information that will just help your adventure and your gameplay. It will enhance your gameplay. Okay, so when you are at the regular menu, there are two ways to get to Domain 9. One, you can do like I did and just play the Vera storyline all the way out to completion, and that will send you to Domain 9. It will put you right in Domain 9. Or you can do the quick route, which is I think what they want people to do, so they can get people to this area as quickly as possible so they can all access new content. You can access your terminal with the options menu and then go to story, right? And then once you're in story, select Domain 9. Now, once you select Domain 9, for me, it used to say in progress, but before it said in progress, it said activate. And once you press that blue activate, it's going to skip you. What level do you have to be? Well, I was level 43 or 42 when the game notified me that I could activate Domain 9. So if you're like level 41 and it hasn't popped up yet, you can't see the activate, maybe get to level 42, 43, depending on what your world level is, your server level cap is, because every server has a different level cap, and I think I'm on America 1 and my level cap is like the highest because we started playing like absolute day one, pre-release stuff. So when you go to terminal, you can select domain and activate, and I believe, and I don't know because I didn't actually do it, so if anybody skipped to Domain 9 like this and can give some information about what to expect when people skip ahead, let us know down in the comments. But for certainty, I do know that when I was creating, actually I think I even have. Alright, and the next thing is this. Once you do get to Domain 9, I suggest, and I know it's going to be, you're going to want to world explore as soon as possible, but I say hold off on the world exploration just yet and do the story, complete the story to a certain point. You don't have to go through the entire story, but complete the story to a point where you're going to be asked to collect something in this room. This is like a timestamp or something like that. I wasn't exactly paying attention to the story, but for the most part, the information that's relevant here is you're going to be in this little cubicle, and it's going to give you the ability to sort of move out and do stuff on your own. But when you see this little cubicle and you're in this little timestamp area, the area of the map that I'm in right now is Vermilion Statue. It says Chariot. What you're going to want to do here is once you get out of this spot, there's going to be a green notification for a mission, a green notification mission when you're in this area. And you want to go over here to Ling Chao, I think that's how you pronounce her name, Ling Chao, and you're going to get yourself a smart servant. This is how you get a smart servant, and you can pick one of these 4 starting servants. There's one for each element, and they do different things. Basically, they are, for lack of a better, they're an animal companion that help you along your journey. When you activate them, they float along beside you, and they sometimes heal you, they sometimes give you shields, they sometimes just give you extra combat abilities. So once you get here, and you can select one of these 4, and then don't worry, you're going to be able to collect all of them eventually at some point, so you can activate them. So what you do is you go, and I'm going to have to move my webcam again here. Let's put it up here, I think. Alright, so once you do it, you're going to get the tab for smart servant down on the bottom on your screen, and then you have all of these different little smart servants that you get. So the first one is going to be the one that you choose, and basically, like you can see it right here on the right side of the screen, they have different skills, they do different attacks. Looking at the looking at the information, fire bomb, avoid angel raises its arm, launching 4 fire bombs, and they've got flame jets. So this is like an attack one for fire types, because I mainly use fire with my account. Whatever you use on your account, if you're using volt, you're using ice, you should definitely choose the one that corresponds with your damage type, and it will aid you in combat. Alright, so you can look at equipped modules. These things have different little modules that they can equip, and they can do different things. When the smart servant's master gains a shield, increased damage. There's one for focus. Void angel will only use firebomb, and firebomb's element damage is increased by 50%. So there's a lot of different modules that you can get, and you can unlock these modules at different levels, at different standings with your little animal companion pet here. You can gain favor with them to increase their level, and those are just stuff that you can sort of explore. You get these items through just exploration out in the world. Look, I didn't specifically try to get any of this crap. it just sort of came to me during my world exploration. So you're going to get a lot of stuff, and then you can, of course, advance them when you get more advancements of them, like you get shards, all right? So I've got 11 shards of Void Angel. Once I get 20, it's just like another relic. It'll advance to the next level, and then when it gets 1 stars, attack inheritance increases by 6%. Now, this is very important. The part that kind of confused me about this, to have these things float alongside you on the map, you'll see right now that mine is not floating around me. And if you look at the tab for Smart Servant, it says activated. Well, it's not actually activated. I don't know what's going on with their translation department over there, but it needs to say activate. All right, that's what it needs to say. So if you press square, you can activate it, and then that's when Void Angel, my Void Angel, will pop out. Now, looking here, back at the another important thing I want to tell you about is this. On the bottom left-hand corner of your screen, you see it says on L3 when not in combat, activate the combat Smart Servant, or you can press L3 and turn that off. When not in combat, you won't see the Smart Servant, because listen, these things are annoying. They don't have very many voice lines, and they will say the same thing over and over again if you're just sitting idle, and it's extremely annoying. So you can choose to turn it off when not in combat, or you can just have it floating around with you when you are just not in combat, all right? So I think that's it about the Smart Servant. Just make sure you grab that. Mia becomes a Smart Servant. You get that for free when you just sort of continue, when you continue naturally doing this quest line with Ling Chao. She'll tell you that Mia can be a Smart Servant. So if you see that little green question mark on the right side of your screen, that means you got to talk to Ling Chao a little bit more. And once you do get your first Smart Servant, you don't come back here to get another one. What you do is you just get shards to collect another one. And they have like a little gachapon in here that you can do with the Smart Servant. So if you press triangle for AI configuration, you get taken to this gachapon screen, and you use these little card things. Let's see if I can actually put a cursor on them so you know what they are. Okay, these things right here. You get these by exploration out in the world, all right? So they're a voucher for issuing an order to a gachapon machine with a Smart Servant development function is what that is. That is a mouthful. So once you get those, you can go to the AI configuration gachapon, and you can do pull, and you get different stuff from the gachapon. Like they've got, this is probably where I got most of my shards, probably where I got most of my modules, probably where I got most of my materials. It looks like I unlocked a new module just now. This is the one that actually gives you heals. This is the one that I kind of wanted to get first, but my chat was like, no, get the one for fire first, because that's the one that's going to help you the most, because you use fire weapons a lot. But this one gives you a little bit of heals. Kalka. So we'll just take a look at him, what it says right here. Kalka rushes forward, dealing damage equal to 765% of attack to targets ahead, and increases its own attack by 10%. Let's see, advance. Say properties, inherits 4% of average value of the master's flame, frost, and volt and physical base. Attack values requires 1 module load. Now, where is it that it says he heals? Then they have this one, Kalka. Let's see the detailed information there. An offensive physical type Smart Servant that attacks in melee style and uses lasers in combat to ensure its master's safety. It provides them with a certain amount of healing when attacking. So that is actually huge. Alright, so the next thing I want to explain are the towers or the space rifts, the things that you're going to use to teleport around the world map. And in this version of the world map, they are called Vermilion Statues. The one that you're going to be in, naturally, when you finish, you're doing a story mode, you're going to be at the Vermilion Statue Chariot. And these things are pretty interesting. They're pretty unique. They do a bunch of different things, and I have it typed down here. So space rifts are now Vermilion Statues. To activate them, you need to activate the Astral Monument, which unlocks the abilities of the Vermilion Statue around that Vermilion Statue. Now, the monument looks like a satellite, and you can see it on screen right now. Alright, now after you unlock the monument, you're going to have to enable the observatory. Now, the observatory looks like a globe made up of rings. There's like a big ring, a smaller ring, a smaller ring, a smaller ring, and it's all made to look like a globe. Now, when you do this, you select it, it's going to show you a star map and a bunch of constellations. You use the left analog stick, I believe, to sort of pan around the screen, and you're going to hover on the constellation. That constellation, when you pick the right one, it's going to glow, and this is how you see the map. That's how the map is exposed to you, okay? So once you do that, then and only then will you be able to activate the Vermilion Statue. And the Vermilion Statue is kind of like the Tower of 5 or Tower of 8 or whatever in Genshin Impact, but it's a lot easier to access. You activate these things with Vermilion Field Energy, and Vermilion Field Energy are little purple orbs that are sort of around the area. And depending on what tier or what level your Vermilion statue is, will say how many of these you can collect, because there are going to be some of these energy orbs on the ground purple. You'll run over them, but you can't collect them. Once you raise your Vermilion statue level, you'll be able to collect those. And then once you raise the Vermilion statue as well, you're going to get different abilities, different buffs in the area. I actually have it, I have it here, and I'll just read you a couple of them, and you can see it on screen. Alright, so one of them is to, within the Astral Monuments area, unlocks an additionally greatly increased discharge skill damage, so you get to raise damage. I think there is one that, whoa, okay, this one says, unlock to greatly increase max HP, can be stacked with other Vermilion statues. That's another one. There's one that, there's one here. I guess each of these Vermilion statues in different zones, they have different abilities that they can unlock. Not all statues have the same abilities. This one here at statue level 2 that I'm looking at, the Vermilion statue Ghost is the name. It says it, within the Astral Monuments area, unlock to additionally greatly increase damage against bosses. Alright, so there's unlock these statues, get the field energy. Like, largely this entire map is just a big exploration for you to go grab stuff, grind, upgrade the statues, and then upgrading these statues is going to get you rewards. The main reward that you're going to be looking for when you come to this area is going to be the speed walkers. The speed walkers are like shoes, and these shoes allow you to run up walls. And every time you activate a statue, a Vermilion statue, you're going to get shards of these shoes that allow you to raise the star level of the shoes, so you can upgrade it and they can do more things. Like, you get a couple different charges of the shoes, like once you use it, you can use it again. There's one upgrade that allows you to move faster when you're going up, gives you a super jump, stuff like that for those shoes. So you definitely want to go and activate each of these Vermilion statues when you get here. I'm not saying don't complete the story mode, because once you do complete the story mode, it's going to say to be continued. There's nothing left. Well, there is. It's coming like next month, I believe. So it's going to say to be continued, and you're just left off to just sort of roam around the area and collect a bunch of stuff. There are going to be chests in the area that are on fire. You can't get those until you upgrade your Vermilion statue. I personally have not got one of the flaming chests yet, because my Vermilion statues have not a single one of my Vermilion statues as I'm making the video have been maxed out, but I will be doing it on stream later. There are some new open world puzzles in the game now. There's a bunch of them, but the main ones you're going to run into, there is one that sort of you have to hit it with a weapon, and it shoots out a little energy pulse, and it's supposed to hit like another like pylon, right? But the thing about it is, you have to angle your character in the exact precise like axes, so the pulse goes out in a straight line and hits the pylon. It can be a little tricky at times. The thing of it, I think, is what I got works for me is I stand a little bit ways away from the little blaster emitter thing that you have to hit. I was trying to stand right close to it, and that wasn't working. So I stand a little bit back away from it, and I'm able to like angle myself properly to attack it. All right, and then finally, I think I'll just tell you there are 2 new world bosses on the map now. There is the Black Crow Dark Wretch and Zuyon. Black Crow Dark Wretch, I fought it this morning at like 1 a.m. with some people. It's pretty powerful. It has an AoE attack that burns on the ground just when the bird swoops and it hits that ground AoE, and you see the ground that's like on fire, like looking like magma. Get away from that AoE, because it's going to do massive damage to you. Other than that, I didn't see anything like too like powerful about it. Again, my world level is only like 65, maybe 70 right now. So when you raise your world level and you defeat one of these world bosses, you have to be a world level or dimension level 95, I believe is what I was told. World level 95 or dimension level 95, and that's when you're going to be able to use your keys to unlock the chest. Actually, I don't think you have to unlock the chest with the key. You might, I'm not sure. But you won't be able to unlock the chest to get rewards unless you have a world level of 95 on both of these bosses, from what I'm told. The other one is called Zuyon. It's a giant like gorilla looking thing. I haven't defeated it yet, so actually, I did defeat it this morning. I take that back. I defeated it this morning, so you're definitely going to have level 95 to open that chest. So far, only 2 world bosses added to Domain 9. And I think that's it. I know there's a lot of other stuff to tell you about Domain 9, but this is just some basic information that I would have wanted to know as soon as I started playing Domain 9, because I was completely lost on everything to do. But the main thing is this: with those towers, find the observatory, you can unlock the Vermilion statue, and the Vermilion statue is going to be your teleport. All right, you unlock the monument that's going to enable the Vermilion statue to unlock its abilities in the area. All right, you're gonna see on your map, whenever you're exploring at certain times, you're gonna see on your map this thing right here, and it's going to say that there is a, if you're looking at my mini map, it's going to say there's a white diamond there, something that you can collect. When you first start out, see how mine says there's a field energy there and it's overflowing with lava? It's not going to say that for you for the first time. What you're going to have to do is upgrade your Vermilion statue, and once you upgrade it, I'm not sure exactly the upgrade level, but once you upgrade your Vermilion statue, do the observatory, do the monument, you're going to be able to come to these things and grab your field energy from this, alright? So that's why these things have a white diamond on them, and that's why you can't collect them right off the bat. That kind of confused me when I first started. Alright, and that's it. That's all the information that I can give you right now. If there are people who are in the know that have more information about this area and you feel like you want to share it in a nice, positive way, please go ahead and do so down in the comments. I really would appreciate it. Like I said, I enjoy all the backseat gaming when it comes to this game because information is key, and we all want to share information so we all play the game better, because nobody wants to play the game when you're fighting a raid and there's just a person who doesn't know what the hell they're doing. Right? I know I don't. So, share information if you want to. The more the better. If you want to leave a paragraph about something down in the comments, don't worry. I'm going to read it regardless, because I want all the information as I can get in this game to help me play the game better, so I can help others to play the game better. Alright? So, I think with all that being said, thank you guys so much for watching. If you want to, please drop a like. I really would appreciate it. And I'll catch you next time. Peace.